Oh, USA. Yay. I'm also here. That is so
We are
cool.
going live on YouTube in a few seconds. All right, let's get started. I'll admit people as they log in. Good morning, good evening, depending on from where you are dialing in. Welcome to Simplified's four-part series of unlocking AI strategy for your business. In last webinar, we have covered overall social media, how can you leverage AI in your social media. Today, we are talking about writing. This is a part 2, and there will be part 3 and part 4 will announce fairly soon. So Laila, do you want to kick off the meeting with the housekeeping stuff?
Yes, absolutely. Let me just share my presentation here. Okay. Oops. Can you enable it for me? Okay.
All right, try now.
Yes, amazing. Okay, guys, let's kick off this presentation made with Simplified for you guys. And here it is. Before starting, same thing as last time, we have this code for you guys. So if you're a new user or you see any of the features here that you still don't have in your plan and want to try them out, we have prepared this little code just for you guys who are here. So just include it at checkout and you can upgrade and, check out a new plan as you wish. And today we'll cover a lot of things between the AI writing realm. We'll go over how does AI work, how does it impact businesses, and why should you be using that to help you write. And then we'll go over some best practices for getting the best results and some prompt crafting. So we'll go over how to write the prompts in a way that will help you get the results you're wishing for. Then we go over how to do all of that and leverage your AI writing with Simplify. And we'll finish with some questions from you guys that will be hopefully able to answer them all. If you don't have time, you can always check us out at the Help Center, customer support, send on social media. And just some housekeeping reminders here. You can use the chat for reactions, chatting, questions, commentaries. Please interact with us. We'll do the best we can to answer real time. The session is also being recorded and it's live on YouTube. So after the session, we'll send out the follow-up mail with some extra materials, like I told you. And if you need any extra resources about our features, Simplify, or anything at all, you can talk to us in the chat, go to Academy, watch one of our videos, and check our articles on our Help Center. And with that, we can start our Simplified webinar, second part of unlocking your AI writing strategy. Like I said, today we are going to start with a question that I personally get all the time from you guys on social media, on customer support is, does the AI learn as you use it? And I hear a lot from you guys, from users, that they feel like the AI is getting better as they keep writing. And the logic behind it is that because it is. The AI is always learning. We use here GPT-3 on OpenAI's API, and we also have ChatGPT integrated. And they are always using the feedback that we put in to learn and keep producing better results without, biases and untruthful facts. We also train our AI with a variety of algorithms and that learn and predict outcomes. So it's always evolving. The more you use it, the more accurate it becomes. It doesn't learn just for you in a individual level, but it does learn collectively. So everyone benefits from it. I don't know if there's any technical facts that KD can explain better than I do, or
No, I
if you
think
guys.
this is pretty spot on, Laila. Yes, it learns. We want to maintain everyone's privacy. So it learns collectively and then tries to give you better results every time when you start writing. Soon you will have very personalized brand writing guidelines. So that way you can customize AI as per your brand, as per your target audience. And we'll talk about that in today's session. We'll touch base on that in later part of this webinar.
Ooh, exciting. Okay. So yes, the answer, long story short, it learns. It learns from you for everyone. So that's pretty nice, right? Next on, we are going over how is AI impacting business nowadays. So we are all seeing AI everywhere, and we know that it's helping and just starting to replace a lot of routine tasks. And how does it impact business? So one of the things is, just like I just said, this will replace routine tasks that can be automated to help people and business do more creative and strategic tasks rather than wasting time on tasks that you don't need to waste your time on. So that will allow business to be more productive, to have better content and analyze data better without having to actually employ more resources, and that makes business more effective. You can focus on your business strategy. You can improve customer experience by personalizing interactions. You can provide more tailored recommendations. It also helps employees and business owners alike to close the gap between skill and productivity. So for example, let's say you have like a junior writer in your team, a new social media manager, and they still don't have the level you want to, but with AI, they can upskill like quickly, right? AI will close that knowledge gap for them. And the people you have that are already like knowledge in their functions, they will work faster. So all your team will be better equipped to produce better contents at a lower cost for business, which of course will affect outcomes for business. It can also help with marketing and sales, how you guys can see here on Simplified, right? We are an AI-powered app who helps you with marketing, sales. So, AI will help with that.
So just to double click a little bit more on this, if we have seen in the past, content was seen as like an expense. Content was seen as like something as a liability that you pay someone to just stand out, just be there on this crazy internet. But last probably 3 to 4 years from the surge, from the Cambrian explosion of content creation and production with TikTok and Reels, content is not seen as a liability. Content is seen as like investment. So that mindset is shifting, and that's where AI will definitely helps you. Now you will ask us like, okay, like what if like everyone is using AI to produce their content? I think that's where probably 7 out of 10 people get it wrong. If you need to change the mindset. If AI is not here to replace your job, AI is here to make you smarter, save more time and do more with less. So for example, these tasks, for example, when especially when in the writing and content production, if let's say I'm your content writer, then my content writing always have biases from the culture I grew up in, the people I'm surrounded with, and the knowledge I'm gathering with. It has some biases, and that impacts your writing, that impacts your brand. But when you bring AI, it's neutral. It does not have biases. So you will often see you usually will get surprised to see that, okay, the content created by AI and content created by human, there is a difference. So how can you leverage these together to strengthen your brand awareness? So there is another interesting thing which I want to touch base, and then probably we'll kick off into more detail, more exciting stuff, is safety. And we deeply care about safety because we do not want customers, even it's a like business, as a business, it's beneficial for us. We are particularly extremely cautious about unfair advantage to parties. So as per the AI policies, we do not enable end-to-end automation. We do not encourage end-to-end automation, like using bots and producing content at scale to gain the unfair advantage. We always have rate limiting in place, as well as we require human in loop before you can publish that content. So I think as long as we treat AI as our friend, which will make us smarter, I think it's fair and square as you are trying to get limelight or get that stand out in the crowd. Because right now everyone is probably, majority of the businesses are using AI. And if you just use completely 100% content generated by AI, I think that's where probably that is not the best strategy. I think the using human interaction, giving constant inputs when the AI is writing and generating content, that's where you can differentiate with your competition, because that unique insight, when you provide to AI will amplify your thought. When you will give unfinished thoughts to AI will learn from it and will continue on your thought. So maybe let's jump into actual demos, so that way we can go through different use cases and nail this down, so that way hopefully we can cover a lot more ground today on AI writing.
Yes, that is true. Okay, so let me skip ahead on, I guess KG brilliantly explained to us why use AI to help you write, right? So we also went over that. This will unblock creativity, help you produce better content faster, ideate, edit, distribute, repurpose content. So it is your assistant, it is your friend. So I'll not detain myself here too long. And then just before, I think this will help us think about how to write with AI. I hear a lot of people, sometimes they complain that the results are not exactly what they're expecting. And some best practices for writing with AI ensure high quality content is to always provide clear and concise guidelines, and then review and edit the content that's generated, because we do need some human input, right? AI is very smart and it's always learning, but the best content is the content that you participate in. So always provide the content, the clear guidelines, just edit this, use the plagiarism checker to make sure you have a copyright-free content. You can use the AI to improve sentences. And if you have data, numbers, etc., always check the data. There are a million tools that you can do that. You can also ask the AI to provide the sources from the text before generating. So those are some best practices that will help you always get the optimized content you're expecting. And the same
probably let's show that in action. I think
yes,
probably that would be really interesting to see how this works.
Exactly. And then that's how we are going to jump into prompt crafting. There are some golden rules for prompt crafting, and instead of just keep telling you guys about it, I will jump into showing you guys that, right? So let's go straight into the AI writing. And before jumping into prompt writing, let me just go quickly over this. I will not detain myself too long into each feature. This is not a beginner's webinar. This is more to show you how to unlock your strategy, like we said. We are going to have 101 simplified webinars for more beginner friendly. So we'll go over details on that. But here, let me just go over, we have quickly several types of AI writing tools. So with AI templates, you have highly focused, highly trained use case templates that if you just want to write quickly or just want to write something specific and don't want to go over prompt crafting and, editing your copy, you can just select your use case. We have use cases for everything like sales and marketing, product. You will select whatever you want. Like, I don't know, product promotion headlines, you can product description, use this, complete the prompts and click generate. And this will give you the copy you're waiting for.
Maybe let's try, Laila, maybe let's try with blog ideas and title.
Yes.
I want to see maybe, click on blog ideas and title. Let's try maybe meditation or some API. So that way we can do a quick overview.
Let's go there. Meditation, and you can always select the tone, creativity level, output language. I'm just going to keep as is, but this will give you guys control over the copy style. So it just gave me some results here with how to get started, how meditation can improve your professional life. I think this is very cool. And then I can add to favorites, for example, or just open in editor, which will open a document that I can then work on. So for example, I could create a blog from here. I could create some tweets about this topic and then export to social media. Or I can get this, for example, right? Let me copy this and let's go to Blog Wizard. So Blog Wizard, we have two blog writing templates. We have Blog Wizard that I just showed you guys. I will go into details 1 second. And we have Blog Copilot. The main difference between those is that Blog Copilot, you simply need to create add a topic here. You can select the same things and click generate, and this will give you a full blog complete with images and all the results that it's basically ready to go. You can just, let me show you here. You can just go and select, for example, the whole content. You can share, export, you can publish.
Yeah, so the way Blog Copilot works, if you guys see, it already generated, what it does, it basically picks the title and then generates the outline, finds the relevant media. And again, oftentimes media is relevant, but if not, you can always replace it. And also we add a reference. So that way people ask us like, can we use these images? As long as you can add reference to the source, you should be able to use these images on your blog. So it generates close to like anywhere from 900 words to 1500 or sometimes 2000 words blog, which you can again use it, start editing, read, proofread it, collaborate with your entire team and make sure that it is like on brand. And the way you have written, you can always do tweaking. So that way you can make it more relevant for your audience, add click to actions. But the Copilot mode does like a lot of heavy lifting for you. So this Word document is extremely powerful Word document, like Word document, but fully built around AI. This is a page where you can write the content, and on the left hand side, you have all these options of like templates, plagiarism checker, and keyboard shortcuts. So, for example, So you can always pick any tools. There are 100+ different tools we have right now, which you can use, from like blog writing to email writing, and depending on the frameworks, because you can also use different frameworks like AIDA or pain agitate solution to like improve your writing, or persuasive bullet points. So you can use this combination of these different tools. These tools are trained on period of the or last 18 months of data. So they produce very relevant results, which you can use in your blog. And this is a fully collaborative blog, so you can use this with your entire team. So
you
Laila,
can
can
even
you
tag
walk
them
us through?
here.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, for example, let's say I could just tag KG and ask him to, can you edit the first paragraph, right? So I'll just verify if he matches, and then he will receive this. I can also leave a comment for my team, for example. And he will see the notification here. You can see, I can see that he's editing this. If you guys see his little tag. After that, he can reply. I can mark as solved, edit this, delete. And another thing I can do is plagiarism checker, for example. I can select this and just click plagiarism here. So you select, just like select any text, and no results found. And no results is the results we are looking for, because it means there's no plagiarism. If there were any kind of reference here, it means that they found some matches in the text. Doesn't mean it's plagiarism, but it means something is matching with results they found somewhere in the internet. So what I could do is
So
just
Laila, one question. So
Yeah.
let's assume that there is some reference here. So
Mhm.
how should we make it plagiarism free?
Yeah. So what I would do is, depending on how close it is to another content. So let's say if I just copy and paste it from somewhere, you can rewrite it, right? So you could select this and click on rewrite, so the AI will change it. Or I could, for example, write a comment saying, rewrite this text, adding the words A, B, and C that you could give, for example, some keywords, and make sure that, and then select it, for example, rewrite this paragraph, adding the keywords, I don't know, body, lighting, oops, oh, sorry, body and lighting, and then I can select this. I would select this and run command, for example. So already it's going to add some keywords, so it will change the text from what it was. And then I could insert it and have the AI rewrite it, for example.
And if you see right now, interestingly, Laila, you gave insert party. So it's already added ambience for a party and lighting, those keywords in your text.
Exactly. So when you light a candle, you're creating the perfect ambience for a party. So we're putting together a party atmosphere. You can see it changed the structure of and the words. So if this was a plagiarism, it was flagged with plagiarism, you could just rewrite it, insert some words, and then, it's a brand new text. And then you could use it, surely that you wouldn't have any plagiarism accusations.
Okay, so there are two questions while we are on this topic. First is,
Yes.
can we deep dive into like the publishing capabilities, all kind of where we allow users to publish? And second is, does this tool give H1, H2, H3 tags with control over how many images we want? So currently, I'll answer Swapnil's question. We don't have, right now, the images is experimental. We are experimenting, so that way we are seeing if Can ChatGPT multimodal allows us to find the relevant images. As ChatGPT gets mature, we'll probably add control as well. And that's a good suggestion. We'll probably add control whether you want to add images or as well as videos. But if you want to bring your own video, as I mentioned, this is a real rich document editor. You can drag and drop your own video and embed that into the document.
Right.
So I hope that helps. And second question is, let's talk about the publishing. How can I publish from here to whichever platform I'm using?
The drop down, yes. Okay, so for example, let's start with the new blog that that the AI was writing while we were showing you the other blogs. So here you have it, right, the blog. One thing you can do is just, if you have a WordPress account, you can connect it to Simplified and just click on publish. And if you see here, I have this WordPress that I will show you guys. I can just save as draft. And once this is saved, I could go to my WordPress account, and then you guys will see here. So this was the blog you were seeing earlier about candles, right? The party one. And if I click here, you see that my post came. So let me click on preview on a new tab. I have it here with the images. I didn't edit it, but you can add it to match your blog aesthetic. And, you know, you just have to go and publish this. It's super easy. It took me like 2 steps, one to put the the topic, one to click generate, one to click publish. So 3 steps actually. And it's a super
few
easy.
more things here. I think, Michaela, you wondering, can we publish this as like a newsletter on LinkedIn? Yes, we've been exploring. The first one which we are launching later this week is Shopify. So you'll be able to connect to Shopify store and directly publish to your Shopify store from Simplified, because we already have our application, and oftentimes D2C marketers use it quite heavily. So that is something we are launching, and after that we'll go ahead and launch blog writer. Also, one more thing here in the document writer, media, because oftentimes when you are working on a blog, you want to make sure that the power of one app you can import. So there are a few things are here. So Laila clicked on that red icon there. It opens the entire library. So when you are writing a blog, oftentimes you are looking for that perfect image that goes well with your content. So there is a third tab called as a photos. We already integrated with Unsplash, Pixabay, Pexel, Google Drive, Storyblocks. So you can use any of these images that goes with your blog. So if you're writing it from scratch, so that is an option, or you can connect to your Google Drive and import those images directly. That's one option. Second option is, imagine like if you are you have created some banner, or you have cloned one of the design template from our Simplified design library. You can click on my project and like add any of the design directly in Simplified document. So it's a rich document editor that allows you to put that content work together to create like comprehensive comprehensive blog that looks consistent for your brand. Because I think that consistency in your brand, tone, look, and feel will set you apart. And that's what we are enabling for our community with Simplified Rich Editor.
Exactly. And then you can do a lot of things with the document editor. And I want to get into showcasing that a little bit more for you guys. You can see here that I added a project, as KG was explaining to you, and he gave the credit to our design, which is Carlos, our designer who does incredible designs, by the way. And the other thing, I created earlier a blog using Blog Wizards, which is, it works similarly to Copilot. We'll also give you a blog with images, but on this one, you have more control over everything, because once you put your topic, and it generates some outlines. You can edit this, for example. So let me select this, continue. I could edit this to put keywords that I want to have it. It will give me the outline that is also fully editable. So let me get this one. Okay, the benefits of meditation for, I don't know, teenagers. So it will already change, you know, exactly from something very broad to something more specific. And then this will generate a blog that is fully similar to the other one, but it gives me control before generating. On the blog Copilot, of course, as you guys saw, it's fully editable too, but only after the text is already generated, right? This one, you have control before. So it's perfect to keep brand guideline, brand consistency before generating your blog. And I'll leave this working while I show you guys.
So, Laila, I have one question, and usually we see a lot there is a lot of hype around prompt writing. People are writing, people are always curious, like, how can I become a really good prompt writer? So can we change gear and let's talk about, maybe let's see, give us some tips on how can I really write good prompts, and what is
glad you
good
asked.
prompt writing, and what is like sort of like, how can I become like a really good prompt writer?
Okay, I'm glad you asked, because this is our next step, is showing you guys the prompt crafting skills that I want you guys to leave this session with. So the golden rules of prompt writing is always adding verbs that will start and refine your prompt. And if you want to describe something like any emotions, always try to describe like tone, writing style, using the right adjectives to define the emotions you're putting into the copy, if that is the case, right? And always try to be as specific as possible. So I had pre-done here just to show you guys quickly, and we can do this live. I would actually love if you guys gave me some suggestions so we can build together. But for example, I started with a bad prompt, which works, right? It just doesn't work as well as a good prompt. So I just wrote a very...
Can you double click on this, Laila? Like, why do you think? Because if I'm a marketer, yes, I want to write an email for a shoe store client. What is wrong in it? It's like simple English.
Well, it is very broad. So write an email for a shoe store client. So who is this client? What is this email about? What is my shoe store? I mean, I do have an email that could work. Yes. So if you guys take a look at this, we hope this email finds you well. Valued shoe store client, proud to introduce our latest collection. Understand, it then talks about like purchasing shoes, and then talks about like pricing. It's very broad, right? It doesn't really speak to your client. Everyone here gets emails all the time, right? And if you don't get emails that talk to you, you're just going to like send
definitely
it to the trash.
It looks like an email which you will probably delete before even reading.
Yeah, you would open and be like, okay, this could be anything for anyone. It's not an email for me. I'm not a valued client. I'm just a client, and they just put the word there. On this prompt here, if you guys take a look at this, I gave the verb I wanted to do, right? I describe what I want. A welcome email from a shoe store that sells handmade, comfortable shoes. So I described what my product is about. Oops. So who is my audience? A new client who bought the product for the first time. I want this to be in a friendly tone because this is my brand guideline. I want the keywords there to be handmade, sustainable materials, and comfort, because this is also defining my brand and my product. What I want them to do is that try and leave a review. I want a highly engaged subject line because I want to make sure they will open this and read my email. And I thought it would be a nice touch, and it goes well with my brand, to have a little quote about shoes before signing off the email. So you can see that it is very specific. I gave exactly what I want the text to have. And, it's easier to just give a comment in your brand guideline than writing from scratch or, editing a text that you have no control over, like this one. So just take a look at the different
Prompt
of the
writing is
email.
more, prompt writing is, if we are understanding correctly, prompt writing is nothing more than like just rather than giving a broad instruction to AI, directing them on a specific topic with lot more information around like who is my target audience, what exactly I'm trying to achieve this, and give it in a simple words so that way AI understands how exactly what is the outcome you are looking for that piece of content. I think that's pretty cool. And
Exactly.
hopefully it will create personalized. Can I also add like, let's say locations, because that's another question we get quite often. Let's say my store is in California or probably in San Francisco. Can I
You
target
definitely
people
can.
living in San Francisco?
You definitely can. So let me show you guys. I had some material prepared to show you all of this, impersonating a real estate agency, right? So one way you can tie all this up, it's, let's say I have a real estate agency and I don't know where to start with. Okay, so what do I do? So my idea is you can write a blog. I wrote this using Blog Wizard. And once it gave me the outlines, the outline was, what is the current state of the real estate market? And I added in California, just like I added for teenagers in the demo just before. So the blog writer gave me the exact real estate market situation in California now. So based on this, I went there, and then using the capabilities of our smart document editor. So you can just put the slash here and you can access the AI, you can access the designs, open comments, or create like a sub page, add a banner for organization, right? Hero images. So it kind of does help you out, Swapnil, like adding hero image, like you're saying. But it's not exactly what you're asking for. You can embed videos. You can also drag and drop, as KG showed. So, for example, having had this, which I add a location, you can go here, and I created two sub documents based on this text. So for example, social media posts. Let's say you go and you publish that post to, I don't know, your WordPress, right? And then I have here, write 10 social media posts for, and once again, my prompt is very specific. I want 10 social media posts for this specific social medias about current state of real estate in California. What I wanted to do, I advise the audience to start thinking about buying real estate. I want to include the information about my real estate agency, my name, located in San Francisco, and tell the audience to contact us for best deals. So I put specifically what I want the content to have, where my agency is, the name, and it gave me, for example, let me get like anyone. Why, this one, want to buy a home in California, now is the perfect time, and Better Houses California can help. Contact us today. Same thing here. Real estate opportunities in California, contact Better House. So you see that here, Better House in San Francisco provide best deals on moving ready homes in California. So the fact that I had a good prompt gave me the perfect real estate social media post.
Also, what is more exciting here is, I think I briefly touched base when we started. Everyone is, or like majority of us are using some AI tool, and this is where you can stand out in a crowd, because your content, even though it's AI created, AI powered, you have personalized it so much that it directly resonates with your audience. So as long as you treat AI as like this powerful tool that will make you superhero in your own organization, I think that will work. But oftentimes we start with like, let me offload my work to AI. That's where as modern marketers, we go wrong. Do not try to offload your entire work to AI. Try to think like, how can AI can make my workflow simpler, like a smartest intern in my office that does the job based on the instruction I have given, and then I will give the final touch, add my own personality, add my own personal flavor, or sorry, add my
Exactly.
brand like brand guidelines on top of it. And that's where you will be able to create content that not only resonates, but that converts, that engages, that close more deals, that brings more revenue,
Exactly.
that convert more top of the funnel leads to your acquisition funnel.
Exactly. And then you can also just publish from here to social media and have everything, at the point of a fingers. So publish on social. I could go and publish from here. And just piggybacking from what KJ said, I created an email too. So for example, how to convert more, you can create an evergreen loop of content with the AI. So I didn't know where to begin. So, okay, why not a blog post, right? So I added the details and then I created a social media post and then I created also a subpage with an email. And let's say I had published the previous blog post to my WordPress, right? You could, for example, say, write a personal email from a real estate agent to a prospective client, summarizing this blog post written by the real estate agency sending the email. And then you put the link. So I put a different link, guys, because, I didn't publish the other one. But you see the AI just gave me exactly this. I hope this email finds you well, reaching out to share recent blog posts. It's about this and this. As always, feel free to reach out to me. Best regards. And I could even add more details about my brand, right? Write in a friendly tone. Add a closing statement about my agency, Better Homes California in San Francisco. So the more information you give, the better it is. But see how it create a beautiful content loop that I can always keep working on and engage more and keep my clients inside and grow your brand. And this also will help with the brand consistency KG was talking about, because once I had the blog and I added the blog already written with my keywords and my brand voice, I just asked the AI to, create the email based on the blog that I added with my brand voice. So it will inherently be consistent with my brand. Same thing with social posts. I could have had the social post pre-written about this article, right? So it would also keep the consistency. For example, let me go over to one of our blog posts, right?
So
So here,
before we go into that, there is one question.
yes,
Is there an option automatically create meta description, meta tags, prompts from a list of keywords with a control of keyword density? Yes, there is in our template library, there is a template for creating meta description and meta tags. You
yes.
can use that to
Let me go back
create
here.
like these meta descriptions.
Yes, let me quickly just show you. If you just put meta, and then you have meta keywords, title. We also have, if you go here to the sales and marketing one, we have the freestyle template. So whatever you guys just want to use a template and not use a prompt on the document, you can use this to structure whatever you want to write with, like SEO guidelines, meta tags. Also here on the document, once you can also have like SEO settings, and then you can make this document public, and then you can add the meta title and meta description here and save and make this. Can we create a custom template for this?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes,
So yes. So let's assume that you
definitely.
wrote that like really nice prompt that is producing really great stuff. How can we save that as a template and keep using it again and again?
You can just click here. So you click on the settings wheel and then save as a template. So for example, you can save here. I would use the name that it is. Let me just select any here, agencies and service. So let me go you create some tags. Oh, California, real estate, housing, and then you save as a template. So you always have a template that you can come and use over and over again. And then you can also always use this as like a brand guideline and tag your team here, right? You can
Laila,
tag them here.
before you go there, now you save
Yes.
that template. How can we clone that template? Like, how can we save prompts as templates, and where we can access that template again?
Oh, yeah. You can save prompts as templates. You can, for example, have a list of prompts here that you like. Let's say I have this prompt ideas that I was preparing to show you guys that will also be sent out on the email. So let's say I have all these prompts that I created that work for my brand specifically, and I would save this as a template, right? So after I have this, you can always find your favorites here, templates here, brand and assets. And you go to brand templates, right? So once you go to brand and assets, you have all your assets condensed in one place. And then on brand templates, you can find it here. So for example, I have the real estate agency marketing. In this case was a blog post, but it could be a prompt that you created. And you can, for example, for organization, goals, you can create a folder with like my brand prompts. And then you can create a folder and just move this to that folder, for example, right? Where is it? Brand prompts, move to folder. And whenever I need to find this, I can go to my folders and then it will be there. So it's easily accessible for everyone. So you can go here, for example, open in editor to use it, click here, move to another folder, publish on social, a lot of elements you can do.
Amazing. So I think we are almost towards the end of time. Is there anything specific we would like to cover while we have like last few minutes remaining? Anything else do you want to share? Last couple of tips with the audience, Laila?
Yes, I want to share with you our Chrome extension because it is truly amazing. That's so let's say you see a content or you have your own content, right? Like we have our blog here. I can use our Chrome extension, for example, launch the AI assistant and have it summarize this article for me. So for example, I can click on new doc and have the write for me template. So summarize this, or even better, like write a LinkedIn post with 200 words about this article. Then you can copy and paste here and then have the AI generate for you a summary of your own post, for example. And this could be any content on the internet, right? In this case, I went to our blog, but this is a Chrome extension that works anywhere. So for example, I will copy this, close here, reopen, and then schedule post, for example. Then I will go to our LinkedIn company. I have the thing, check our latest article about, and then you can copy about struggling with finding blah, blah. Then I have it here and then I can publish. So you can do this with any content on the internet and it's easy. It took me 2 seconds. And I just want to point out, guys, that it's been 1 hour, this webinar, and look at how much content I created for several brands, right? Real estate agency, meditation, scheduling posts. So AI will help you unlock all of this and just focusing on having very clear guidelines whenever you're creating prompts. And, don't worry if you forget this, because we are sending like prompt examples for you guys that we have here, documents with how to craft the perfect prompt. So you will have everything provided for you. But I hope you guys are walking away with some takeaway on how to improve your AI writing for your brand and your marketing. And if you
Amazing.
have,
This is really comprehensive. And this will be also published on YouTube. So in case you missed it, some part, you can always set the speed and watch it again at your own convenience. Thank you. We really appreciate you guys joining this call. There will be part 3, which we'll announce fairly soon on Unlocking AI Strategy series by Simplified. Thank you. Thank you for joining us today.
Yes, guys. Thank you so much. Have a great day. It was so nice being here with you.